Hey guys, it's Nae and I'm here to give you all a quick tutorial on how I make my wigs using a 360 frontal. And as you can see, this 360 frontal, or wig rather, is completely glueless, which I love. So if you're interested in seeing how I accomplish making my wigs, then keep on watching. Alright, so what you will need is a wig head and a wig stand, some T-pins. You will also need weaving thread, a weaving needle, and I'm saying weaving because it's different from regular needle and thread, guys. A dome cap, and I like to use the spandex dome caps, but you can use mesh if you'd like. Then I'm going to be using my frontal that was provided by Jennifer King Hair. As you can see, it has adjustable straps. It's 16 inches long and it has a really nice color for the lace that's not too light or too dark. And then I have 3 bundles. I'm going to be using 16 inches, 18 inches, and 20 inches. And as you can see, the ends on these bundles are really blunt and really full, which I love. Alright, so I actually had to switch to a styrofoam head because it was my first time using my dome head that I just bought, and I bought a 24-inch one. Totally overestimated the size of my head, so it's too big. So I'm just going to be using this styrofoam head that my niece, Nia's daughter, beautifully decorated. Going to put your cap on, then you're going to put your 360 frontal on, and I use the T-pins to pin the wig, or the frontal rather, in place until it is sewn down. And this will just provide, of course, stability so that it doesn't keep adjusting while you're sewing it down. Alright, and then you're just going to start by sewing down your 360 frontal. You are not going to be sewing down at all around the edges of the frontal. Only on the inner circumference of the frontal is where you're going to be sewing. And once you're done sewing the inner circumference, you can cut the extra lace off if you want, but me personally, I just go ahead and sew that portion down as well. Alright, and now your frontal is completely sewn down. So next I'm going to take my longest bundles, which are 20 inches. And as you can see, these wefts are very thick. They're double wefted. And I'm just going to start by sewing this down in a U shape in the back, how you see on most tutorials when you're sewing down a wig. But I am going to be using my T-pins to hold it in place as I work my way from one end to the other. And then once I get that track completely sewn down how I want it to, I'll take the pins out and move on to the next row. Alright, and once I complete that entire row, I'm going to fold my track over, and this just prevents shedding because when you do cut your tracks, it is going to cause a bit of shedding. So I don't cut my tracks when I'm doing the lower portion of my wig, like the back, because you want that part to be full and thick anyway. And it's the same process as the first row. I am going to zoom in here just so you can see how I sew my tracks down. I literally just go under the track into the cap and pull out and keep going around. I don't knot after going around the track each time, although you can do that if you'd like. And now you're just going to see here up close me actually folding the track down to move on to the next row. And I'm going to keep this process going, the same exact process, all the way up until I get to the middle of my cap. And that's when things will start to change. Alright, now once we get to the middle, everything is pretty much going to remain the same. The only thing that's going to change is that I'm actually splitting my wefts in half so that they aren't too thick as I'm working my way to the top of my wig. And also, I am cutting my wefts after I do each row because I don't want that folded over part to make my wig look too bulky as we get to the top. And then you're going to keep working your way up, all the way up until you actually reach the frontal, and you're going to connect your tracks to your frontal. And as you can see, these are sewn all the way until they meet one another. Now the hard part is done, and you just want to cut out the excess cap that you have remaining inside of your wig. So for my wig, I ended up only using the 16-inch 360 frontal, the 18-inch bundle, and the 20-inch bundle. I did not use the 16-inch bundle at all, and this is because I really wanted my wig to have a natural density, a natural look to it. So when I split the tracks, that doubled the amount of tracks that I had. So I went from having one track to 2 tracks that I was able to spread out really well at the top of my wig so that it wasn't too bulky. And your wig is all done. Now you just need to comb it out, style it, pretty much do whatever you want to do at this point. This is straight hair, so I am going to straighten it. It just looks a little frazzled because it's been, you know, in a box when it was on its way being shipped to me and everything. But once I straighten it, it's gonna look great. But as you can see, this wig is looking snatched on my little mannequin, y'all. And this is the final look after I styled it to how I want to wear it. As you can see, it looks super natural. My wig isn't too thick, it's not too bulky, and I can wear this up in a ponytail, a bun, however I like. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye!